Hello, welcome in physics lecture. So today's we are gonna learn the acceleration of gravity. In the previous video we just saw a new equation Vf equal to V0 plus A into t for the speed of the object after some time. Vf depends on its starting speed V0, how quickly its speed is changing A, and how much time has elapsed t. And we saw a motion diagram, and we learned a very beautiful lesson, which is nothing but the when the car slow down, the spacing between the dots decrease because of the car travels a greater distance in each successive instant, and when the car is increasing in speed, its acceleration is in the same direction as the car is moving. But when the car is slowing down, its acceleration is in the direction opposite its motion. And when the car is moving at constant speed, its acceleration is obviously zero. So in the today's section we are gonna learn about the acceleration of gravity. So this is gonna be a very interesting, so let's start. The acceleration of an object falling freely near the surface of the earth is 9.8 ms square. An object dropped from a very high platform achieves a speed of 9.8 ms by the end of the first second and 19.6 ms by the end of the next second. Again, the acceleration of an object falling freely near the surface of the earth is 9.8 ms square. An object dropped from a very high platform like a building or something achieve a speed of 9.8 ms by the end of the first second and 19.6 ms by the end of the next second. An object dropped from a very high platform achieves a speed of 9.8 ms by the end of the first second and 19.6 ms by the end of the next second. In the first second, 19.6, sorry, 9.8 in the first second, and in the next 19.6 ms by the end of the next second. So in the first 9.8 ms, and in the first second 9.8, and after end of the first second in the next second 19.6. So what is its speed after 3 seconds? So let's suppose this is our surface and this is the higher place, or you can say we are gonna throw ball from a building and we are gonna throw ball from a very little surface. Okay, so when you throw ball at the surface, so its acceleration is 9.8 ms square. But when you throw ball from a building, so it achieves a speed of 9.8 ms by the end of the first second and 19.6 ms by the end of the next second. So it means in the first second its speed is 9.8 ms, and in the second its speed is 19.6 ms. So in here you can see perfectly. So when you throw ball, so it is gonna accelerate at 9.8 ms at the first second, and in the second second it is gonna accelerate at 19.6 ms. So it means in the first second its speed is 9.8, and in the second its speed is 19.6, which is double time from the 1 second. So it means it add this 9.8 ms in this second ms, so it multiplies speed by this first second. So obviously it means in the future it is gonna gain speed by 9.8. Again it is gonna add and add, because 9.8 into 9.8 equal to 19.6. So again 19.6 into, sorry, it was the first time, that's why 19.6. But what if we want to calculate in the third times, means in the third second? So obviously 9.8 into 3, because in here when you throw a ball it is gonna increase by 3, because this is falling down, gravity is affecting this ball, and that's why it is gonna gain speed 3 times more than its speed before after 1 second of throwing ball. So that's why it gains the speed of 9.8 ms after 1 second, and after 2 seconds it gains 9.8 into 2, because after 2 seconds it is gonna multiply by 2 obviously, and after 3 seconds it is gonna multiply by 3. So obviously 9.8 into 3, which is nothing but the 29.4 ms, and so on. So in future it is gonna multiply. For example, in the 4 second, 9.8 into 4 equal to 39.2, 39.2 ms. So at the end of the building, its acceleration is nothing but the 39.2, 39.2 in our calculation, because this building is not too tall, and that's why it is gonna fall. My ball is gonna fall after 4 seconds, and at the end of the falling it is gonna gain a speed of 39.2 after 4 seconds. Okay, so the next figure show a motion diagram of a ball being dropped from a building, and it indicates the speed of the ball at various time while it falls. Since the ball is moving downward and speeding up, the acceleration is also downward. For each second that passed, the ball speed increased by 9.8 ms, which I told you. So as you can see in the first figure, a child is throwing his balls from the building, and as you can see in the 0 second, the speed of the ball is obviously 0 ms. In the first second, the speed of the ball is 9.8 ms, and it is still accelerating. Its speed is changing, and in the 2 second it is multiplied by 9.8, and now its speed is 19.6 ms, and after 3 seconds its speed is 29.4 ms. Now in the second figure you see a boy is throwing ball in the sky, but here as you can see its acceleration is opposite, and that's why in the first 0 second its acceleration, or you can say ms, is 29.4, because this child is pushing this ball toward the sky, and that's why he is giving his power to this ball so it can go higher in the sky as much as the power boy has, and that's why its ms at the 0 second is 29.4, which was the last ms in this figure, and it is going opposite to the gravity, and that's why in the future the ball acceleration is gonna slow down, and that's why as you can see 0 second 29.4 ms, and when ball is going higher, as you can see after 1 second acceleration is 19.6 ms, and after 2 seconds the ms is 9.8. Now this time it is decreasing ms because it is decreasing the acceleration, because when the car is slowing down its acceleration is in the direction opposite its motion. Same thing happening here. The acceleration of ball is opposite its motion, and after 2 seconds its speed is 9.8 ms, which is the 2 times lower than its actually ms, and in the last we got 0 ms, because at the end of the its height it is gonna decrease its all acceleration. It is gonna be 0 because there is no power left. Now this is gonna fall down. Now suppose that the ball is thrown upward from the base of the building at a starting speed of 29.4 ms. As in each figure 2, as you can see, notice that the speed of the ball decreased by 9.8 ms for every second that passed, since the ball is moving upward but slowing down. The acceleration of the ball is downward opposite the direction of its motion. Like I just said, we see that in both cases the acceleration of the ball is 9.8 ms square downward. Okay, I'm going to ask you one question. In figure 2, what would be the speed and direction of the ball after 4 seconds and after 5 seconds? So what would be the speed and the direction of the ball after 4 seconds and 5 seconds? So in the 3 second, uh, we are talking about figure 2 as you can see here. So in the 3 second its motion is 0. So now it is gonna fall down. So it says what would be the speed and direction of the ball after 1 4 second and 2 5 seconds. So after 4 second I think, because in the 3 second as you can see its speed is its acceleration is 0 ms. So obviously after 4 second it is gonna be again downward, and the ms is 9.8 ms after 4 second, and after 5 second obviously 19.6 ms. So that was the speed, and the direction is nothing but the downward, because after 3 seconds its acceleration is stopped and now it is gonna fall down. The ball is gonna fall down to the ground, and that's why it is gonna go downward. Okay, again, in figure 2, at what time would be the ball returned to the person who tossed in the ball upward? Okay, that's an interesting question. So what time would the ball return to the person who tossed the ball upward? So I think in the 3 second it's falling down. So in the 4 second, 5 second and 6 seconds. So the answer is 6 second, because when he threw the ball away up, so after 3 seconds it stopped its motion and now it is falling down. So after 4 seconds it the ball is gonna accelerate at 9.8. After 5 seconds the ball is gonna accelerate at 9.6 ms, and in the end of the 6th second it is gonna be accelerated 29.4, which is the end of the falling, and now this boy is gonna catch that ball. Okay, so that was it. Now let's move on. Acceleration equation. Now in the past video and today's video we learned about acceleration, too much acceleration. So the equation relating acceleration, the distance traveled and the time elapsed is the equation relating acceleration, the distance traveled and the time elapsed is d equal to v0 into t plus 1 upon t 2 into a into t square. Again, distance equal to v0 into t plus 1 upon 2 into a into t square. So let's see what is this. D equal to obviously the distance travel and the time elapsed is d, and equal to v0 is the starting speed, a is the acceleration, and t is the time elapsed. Thus in the figure in the frame rate, when the ball has fallen 1 second and its speed is 9.8 ms, it has fallen a distance of 4.9 m. D equal to 0 ms into 1s plus 1 upon 2 into 9.8 ms square into 1s square equal to 4.9 m, since v0 was 0. After 3 seconds of fall, how far has it fallen? So that was the question. Let's try this again. D equal to v0 is nothing but the starting point, a equal to nothing but the acceleration, t is nothing but the time has elapsed, and t square is nothing but the time has elapsed square. So we're gonna put this equation in our previous question. So in this figure 8, remember this is our figure. So in this figure, when the ball has fallen 1 second and its speed is 9.8 ms, it has fallen a distance of 4.9 m, which is nothing but the 4.9 meter. So obviously let's put that all in our equation. So d equal to 0 ms, because the starting point is obviously 0, into 1s, which is nothing but 1 second, because when the ball has fallen 1 second and its speed is 9.8 ms. So 0 ms into 1s plus 1 upon 2 into 9.8, which is nothing but the acceleration, into 1s square, which is nothing but the time, equal to we got 4.9. And remember 0 is nothing but or v0, since v0 was 0. So what is after 3 seconds of fall, how far has it fallen? So the question is, what after 3 seconds of fall, how far has it fallen? How far? So obviously the answer is in the questions. D equal to V0. V0 is nothing but the starting point into T. T is nothing but the time, and in here time is 3 seconds. Plus 1 upon 2 into into T square, which is nothing but the 3 square. So let's put it all in the equation. So V0 is nothing but the starting point. Starting point is 0 into T, which is nothing but the 3. So 0 into 3, obviously 0, plus 1 upon 2, 0.5 into A into T square. What is A? What is our acceleration, which is nothing but the 9.8 into T square. 3 into 3, which is nothing but the 9, because T square equal to 9. 9.8 into 9. So we got 44.1 m, and that was the answer. So I hope you learned something, and I hope you get it in your mind. So that is it for, and in the next lecture we are gonna learn some more about acceleration equation. So that is it for today's. See you guys.